Right now, as you listen to these exact words, a distinct, clear voice is likely reading them inside your skull. It has a specific pace, it has a tone, it sounds remarkably like you. And it has been narrating your life, planning your arguments, and whispering your worries since you were a child. You assume this is just what human thought is, but it isn't. If you ask the person sitting next to you what the voice in their head sounds like when they think, they might look at you with total confusion and say, "What voice? My mind is completely quiet. I just see pictures, shapes, and floating concepts." Instantly, a bizarre cognitive dissonance hits you. Both of you feel like the other person is a psychological alien. For decades, science assumed everyone thought the exact same way you do. But groundbreaking new research shows that humanity is quietly split down the middle between those who live with a constant, un-shoutable inner narrator and those who navigate the world in beautiful, absolute silence. Neither brain is broken. The truth is, your mind is simply running an entirely different processing architecture, and the reason why is a masterclass in evolutionary efficiency. Let's go! To understand this mystery, we have to look at what scientists call endophasia, or inner speech. For the verbal thinkers, your brain runs on an acoustic operating system. When you think about what you want for dinner, your prefrontal cortex actively prepares to speak the words. In fact, it gets incredibly literal. When neuroscientists place verbal thinkers into fMRI machines, they discover something wild. When you talk to yourself silently, a mechanism called subvocalization fires. Your brain sends microelectrical signals straight to your vocal cords, your tongue, and your larynx. Your muscles are actually making microscopic movements to physically speak your thoughts. Your brain just turns down the physical volume dial so you don't look crazy on the subway. You are reading your own mind through a text-based terminal.
But for nonverbal thinkers, the mind runs on a visual conceptual engine. They don't need to translate a thought into a spoken sentence to understand it. If they think about their keys, they don't hear the internal sentence, "I left my keys on the kitchen counter." Instead, their brain instantly populates a high-definition spatial map of the kitchen, highlighting the coordinates of the keys in a fraction of a millisecond.
They aren't missing a step. They are skipping the middleman of language entirely. They are navigating a visual, icon-based desktop environment. Both brains execute the exact same program, but the interface is fundamentally different. This structural divide is so profound that it changes how we handle stress, memory, and creativity. But before we look at which system actually has the evolutionary upper hand, we need to pull the room. Pause right now, drop a comment below, and tell me, do you hear a literal voice reading the script inside your head, or are you processing the meaning in total visual silence? Hit that subscribe button right now, because once you understand the hidden blueprint of your internal engine, you can finally stop fighting how you are wired. Why would evolution leave us with two completely different internal setups? Because in the ancient world, both templates offered a massive, distinct survival advantage. The verbal inner voice architecture is a highly advanced simulative crisis engine. Language allows humans to structure chaotic timelines. By talking to yourself, your brain can rehearse complex social negotiations, map out future tribal conflicts, and critique past mistakes step by step. It is the ultimate tool for strategic planning and self-regulation. The inner voice is an automated security guard, keeping you aligned with the rules of the tribe. But that security guard comes with a massive metabolic cost. It is incredibly noisy, and it is highly prone to looping anxiety. The silent conceptual architecture, however, is a rapid pattern recognition network. Without the speed limit of language, the nonverbal mind can process multiple abstract inputs simultaneously. In a survival situation, like a sudden predator ambush or a chaotic hunt, waiting for an internal voice to say, "A tiger is leaping from the left brush," is too slow. A visual conceptual brain processes the flash of color, the rustle of the leaves, and the physical escape route all at once as a single unified data packet. It trades the structured debate of language for pure, lightning-fast intuition. So, where does that leave you? The next time you find yourself overwhelmed by a looping, anxious internal monologue that won't shut up, or conversely, the next time you feel frustrated because you can't seem to put your deep feelings into words, stop blaming your intelligence. Recognize what your physiology is doing. You aren't broken, and you aren't an alien. You are carrying a beautifully specialized piece of cognitive machinery engineered over hundreds of thousands of generations. One style isn't superior to the other. They are simply two different ways the universe has figured out how to look at itself. Appreciate the unique interface of your mind. Whether your internal world is a bustling narrative theater or a quiet visual sanctuary, trust the processing power, lean into your native code, and let your magnificent meat computer do exactly what it was built to do.